Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so today I want to talk about something kind of interesting. I'm also going to straighten my hair while I talk just because I want to straighten my hair. So I figured you guys can get ready with me to go nowhere, to stay inside. So before doing this video, I searched this topic on YouTube. Do people treat you differently with different hair colors? I didn't really find anyone like sitting down and just talking about that. I saw some like social experiment type videos where people would like go out and interact with people with different hair colors and I guess show the results. That's what it looks like from the titles and thumbnails, although I didn't watch any of those videos because I really hate watching social experiments. I like cringe really hard at those. Maybe it's my social anxiety, but I can't deal with social experiments. So I didn't watch any of them, but I assume that's pretty much what they did. And as someone who has had like every bright color of hair as well as like more like normal colors like this, I can pretty much guess the results of those videos. I'm putting on heat protectant, by the way. I just want to talk a little bit about like my experience with this, and the main reason that I want to talk about this is actually because like I'm really curious if anybody can relate to me, because there's like, I'm going to talk about a few things, but there's definitely like a big one that I'm really curious if anyone can relate to. But anyways, I'm just sectioning off my hair. So let's first, I guess, just start with the obvious, which is like how people treat you differently if you have like a bright color, like pink, green, red, whatever, blue, versus like if you have like black, brown, blonde, you know, like normal colors. Now you can probably guess this, but people definitely look at you more when you have a bright color. People's eyes are just drawn to bright colors, so if you're passing a group of people, they might like look at you, you know, whereas if you have a more normal hair color, they might not. Now, I used to think that this was a good thing. If you don't know, I've had like bright colored hair more often than not. Having like this normal colored hair right now is like rare for me in terms of the colors that I've had in my lifetime. But I used to like the like kind of attention that bright colored hair would grab, because I thought like when someone looks at you in public and you're like kind of like not knowing what they're thinking, like you're like, do they think I'm weird? Do they like the way I look? Do they hate the way I look? Do they just think I'm like a weird person worth like staring at? Because people just randomly look at me like a lot. I assume that happens to everyone, but it makes me like pretty anxious when people do that. And having bright colored hair, pretty much like every time that happened, I could just chalk it up to my hair. I could be like, oh yeah, that person's staring at me because I have bright hair. Like, I don't blame them. I have like weird hair, so it's normal for them to look at me, or like whatever. So I could always blame it on that, you know what I mean? Like, I never had to wonder like, oh my god, why is that person staring at me? What's going on? I could always just be like, it's my hair. And I liked being able to have that excuse for myself because it relieved a lot of anxiety, or so I thought. Now having like normal hair and getting significantly less random looks, I forgot how nice that is actually, to like not have random people looking at you, even though like when they do look at me, I'm way more like weird about it because I don't know why they're looking at me, but you know, whatever. That's such a weird thing to say, honestly. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, what are you talking about? Why do you care so much? Mind your business. But like, I don't know. I'm just an anxious person, I guess. Okay. Now this one, I am so genuinely curious if anyone has experienced this, because I don't think I've heard anyone talk about this. Maybe it's just for me, or I don't know if this is a thing for everyone, but you guys, I swear, when I have red or orange hair, I get the most unwanted male attention. Catcalls, random people like staring, talking to me, compliments, unwanted compliments. The most. Even if I go out with no makeup, full on like sweatpants and a huge jacket, I would still get weird catcalls. Like, I remember some random old man in like the parking lot of a grocery store calling me cute one time, even though I was like wearing the like biggest like winter clothing, but I had like bright red, cherry red hair. I remember I had orange hair, and like in a Walmart, the like person that checked my receipt was like, "You are just so cute," or something like that. And you guys, like, I'm telling you, when I dyed my hair green, that went away. Completely went away. Literally. It's not like a subtle difference. It was like no one would do that to me. And I thought about it too. I was like, well, I did have green hair. I had green hair for about 6 months, and those were kind of the colder months. I don't think I ever had green hair during the summertime or anything. But as I said, like, even when I had red hair and I was wearing winter clothes, people still hit on me. So, and I don't think I even ever got that once when I had green hair. I got compliments on my green hair sometimes from both girls and guys. Just like compliments on my hair, like, "I like your hair," or like, "Wow, that's bright hair," or whatever, but never anything like weird. I'm really curious to know if anyone else has experienced this. Maybe I just look a certain way with red and orange hair. If anyone has had this experience, please let me know. I'm really, really curious because I've never seen anyone mention this, I don't think. Yeah, it's not subtle at all. It's a pretty huge difference, and to be quite honest, like, for that reason, I don't really want to go back to those colors, even though I've been told a number of times that I look best with red hair. I do think I look nice with red hair, and I love red hair. I'm not ready to go back to that life. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, like, I don't deal with, like, catcalls anymore, or, like, I just don't deal with, like, unwanted attention. I certainly do, but I'm just saying generally when I go out in public, I swear, like, when I had red hair, it was, like, every time I went out in public by myself, someone would say something, like, pretty much every single time. Whether I was wearing makeup or not, or whether I was in summer clothes or winter clothes, pretty much any time I went out alone, I would get some sort of comment. I don't know if people just don't find green hair as attractive. I mean, green hair is definitely more edgy. I think, like, more punk and more like I feel like it takes a special kind of person to be attracted to, like, a weirder color of hair like that. Whereas, like, I don't know, cherry red hair or like orange hair, even though those are like vibrant colors, like unnatural fashion colors, I feel like those are the most like kind of accepted by like normal culture, I guess. Also, I feel like with green hair or like bright yellow hair or blue hair in particular, like adults, I mean, I know I'm technically an adult, but like not people in their 20s. I mean, like older adults, I feel like they're a little bit more like skeptical of me, if that makes sense. Maybe that one's kind of all in my head, but I do feel like with colors that are less accepted, I feel like I get more like weird looks from older adults, and like when they talk to me, they're a little bit more kind of like, how do I word this? Like maybe a little bit less friendly, maybe a little bit more like not really sure how to like talk to me because I'm like weird, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what it is with men and red hair. Maybe it's just, again, like maybe it's just me, maybe it's just the way that it looks on me, but I swear they think that like means something. I don't know. I grew up with blonde hair because it was naturally blonde when I was younger, until I was like, let's say, I don't know, 15 when I first dyed my hair a weird color, and then I never went back to my natural hair after I did that. So I haven't really lived as a blonde, at least not as an adult. I would be curious to know if that grabs the same attention as like red hair, because I've heard that like, I don't know, blonde is very like attractive to people. But yeah, overall, I think out of every hair color I've had, people are the most like weird about you. For me, people are the most like kind of skeptical of you when you have like bright green hair. I feel like people are a little bit more accepting of like blue hair, even though I still got like weird comments and looks when I had blue hair. Blue and purple, I would say people are like a little bit more accepting of generally, and then red and orange people are very accepting of, I would say. I don't think I ever got any like weird double takes or like any like weird looks when I had like red or orange. I don't think. Maybe when I was younger, like when this was less of a huge trend, when I was like in my teens, I had bright red hair, and I mean, yeah, I definitely got some weird looks actually now that I remember, especially from like family members. But that's like always the case with family, I guess, I assume. And then with black hair, people don't really mention it or give you extra special attention at all, in my experience, which is nice. I like to be left alone. Anyways, that was just like random. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe out there. See you guys next time. Bye.